Hello, Alien, how are you?
How are you? I'm good.
So let's just directly talking about how's the market performances around the globe for today's trading. As I mentioned before, that Indonesia is in the red alert for today.
Yes, Akir. So European stocks were lower on Monday as investors braced themselves for the next meeting of the U.S. Federal Reserve this coming week on Tuesday and Wednesday, 25th and 26th of January. They also closely watch for developments in Ukraine as tensions grow with Russia. Asia Pacific markets traded mixed on Monday. Investors in Asia Pacific also looked ahead to the US Federal Reserve's monetary policy meeting this week. Shanghai and Nikkei were closed higher, while Kospi, Hang Seng, and ASX 200 were down. Here, so Fed's policy meeting will be crucial market driver this week. Investors are anxious to find out any signals on how much the central bank will raise interest rates this year and when it will start. Here, investors are dumping riskier assets this year as they brace for the Fed to tighten monetary policy. Goldman Sachs stated its baseline forecast calls for four interest rate hikes in March, June, September, and December this year. But Goldman Sachs sees a risk for more rate increases due to the surge in inflation. So it could be more than four rate hikes. Here, there's a possibility.
Well, interesting. You mentioned it looks like it's a mixed market in Asia ahead of the US Federal Reserve's monetary policy. However, as you mentioned, Indonesia Composite Index is seeing a lot of red today. So, Alin, how is the market performance for today actually?
Okay, Akir. So IDX Composite Index fell 1.06% to 6,655 on Monday. Other than the pressure from the global sentiments, as we discussed before, Indonesia saw its COVID-19 new cases surge. Government indicates to impose stricter social restrictions, PPKM Level 3 in Java and Bali, which will be announced today. Nine sectoral indexes actually were down today. Among them were IDX Technology, which hit 2.09%. IDX Finance also lost 1.42%. Four top banks with the biggest market caps in Indonesia were closed in a negative territory today. We see Bank Central Asia, BBCF fell 1.89% to 7,800. BBCA reported 28 billion rupiah for net sell today. BBRI, Bank Rakyat Indonesia, was also down 1.2% to 4,120. Foreign net sell also reached 33.2 billion rupiah in BBRI. BMRI Bank Mandiri slipped 0.34% to 7,275. BBNI Bank Negara Indonesia shed 1.05% to 7,100. But amid this correction, foreign investors booked 46.7 billion rupiah that buy on BBNI on Monday. Akhir. Only two sectoral indexes closed Monday's trading higher. IDX Energy, which rose 0.69%, 0.68%, and IDX Transportation and Logistics, which climbed 0.6% today. Akhir.
Well, interesting. Only IDX Energy and IDX in transportation who got the, let's say, the green indexes for this. Maybe you can elaborate more for this, Alin, while banking sector, as you mentioned, is seeing a lot of downtrend. So who are trading higher for today's market?
Yes, Akir, we saw a coal share surge triggered by strong global coal price. Coal price was up 7.34% point to point only in a week. In 3 weeks, coal price has soared 41.6%. ICE Newcastle stood around 224 US dollar per ton on Monday afternoon. So let's check at some coal stocks today. We see Indica Energy soared 24.92%, hitting auto rejection limit to close at 1,980. SMMT Golden Eagle Energy also reached auto rejection limit after skyrocketing 24.68% to 394. Toba TBS Energy Utama, which opened trading higher, was closed in a negative territory due to profit taking Akhir at 1,500 following 1.32% correction today. ITMG Indo Tombang Raya Mega was up 3.37% to close at 21,500. Total value transaction on Monday Akhir was 10.4 trillion. This is below the daily average transaction in 2021. So let's take a look now at LQ45 top gainers for today. We saw two call shares on LQ45 top gainers. ITMG Indo Tombang Raya Mega closed higher by 3.37% to 21,500 as I mentioned before. And then Indosmet Tunggal Prakarsa INTP rose 3.25% to 11,125. State-owned coal producer Bukit Asam PTBA was up 1.41% to 2,870. Meanwhile, among the LQ45 top losers were Pakuan Jati PWON fell 3.85% to 450. Medco Energy International MADC slipped 3.85% to its psychological level 500. Akhir ANTM Aneka Tambang declined by 3.08% to 1,885. And Akhir for tomorrow's trading, investors monitor the Federal Reserve meeting on the 25th and 26th of January. Of course, Tuesday and Wednesday US time in Indonesia, government will announce foreign direct investment data for the fourth quarter 2021. Back to you in the studio, Akhir.
Well, thank you, Alin Viratmaja. This is interesting to get the notification for you. Tomorrow we have to pay attention for the Federal Reserve meeting on the 25th and 26th of January. And also in Indonesia, government will announce the FDI, foreign direct investment data for the fourth quarter of 2021. Thank you very much, Alin Viratmaja. Catch you soon.